did you arrive here?
Last week.
Whereabouts are you living?
In Heaton Moor.
Whereabouts in Heaton Moor?
At the top of Broadstone Road, by the nursery there.
Well, that is a nice street.
I think so.
What number's your house?
23.
23. Oh, right, yes. You know, some of the houses on that street are the oldest in Stockport. Did you know that?
No.
Some of the houses, they're old industrialist houses. Some of the shops on Heaton Moor Road, they're even older and practically medieval. Have you settled in yet?
I'm not sure.
It must be very disorientating having to readjust into such a new area in such a short space of time, yes?
It's not that bad. I'm used to moving about.
Why's that?
My dad's worked in 4 different universities over the past 12 years. I've grown immune to it.
Was Cambridge the best?
Not really.
Were the people there unthinkably intelligent?
No, they were rude.
No.
Pigs.
No, but didn't they have like big bulging brains and a massive foreheads?
No, they were really rich and stupid.
Yeah, I want to go to Cambridge.
Do you?
Or Oxford. It is my life's ambition. How did you get here? What mode of transport did you use? To get to Stockport? I mean, not to school. Although you can tell me what mode of transport you used to get to school if you prefer.
We drove.
With everything packed in a car, or did you hire a removal company?
We hired a removal company. We had some things packed in the car though.
I like your haircut.
Thanks.
Is that coat real fur?
No.
It's faux.
That's right.
Ooh, that is a relief.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine my embarrassment if you were like some kind of animal killer
I'm
or
not.
something. Good. The fur trade is abominable, I think. People who wear fur coats should be skinned alive, in my opinion.
Mine too.
Good. I'm glad. I'm William, by the way.
Hello, William.
I've been coming here for nearly 5 years. I know everything about this place. Now, I know every nook and cranny. So if you want to know anything,
Great.
I know everything about this school. You know, I know things that other people don't even know exist. You know, there's empty bookcases, deserted corridors, attics, cellars, all kinds of things. If you'd like to know about them, just ask me. This is the upper school library. Don't you love it? You see, it's completely hermetically sealed from the rest of the school. They say it's to keep the lower school away, but I think they're trying to keep us contained. Look out the window.
Where?
You see, there's a track. It leads all the way up to Manchester in that direction, and all the way down to London in that direction. You see, the trains come past here all the time. I think they're trying to keep us contained in here in case we escape. And most of the sixth form can't be bothered coming up here anymore. They go to the main library or the common room, and that's where they spend hour after hour after hour on the internet there, or rifling through the DVD section. But I prefer it up here. It's intimate, you know. People don't like books anymore, but I do. See behind you, up there on the top shelf, there is a second edition of Walter Scott's Waverley from 1817. Oh, you need permission to see it, but I could arrange that for you if you like. Oh, have you got a locker yet, by the way?
No.
You'll need to see Edwards. Edwards is all right, but his nose is a slightly odd shape, which I've never really trusted. Do you know where to go and eat your lunches?
I was going to go to the canteen.
No, you must eat your lunches there. No, if you start eating your lunches there, you will die very quickly. No, I'm being serious. So this monkey's put on the bus, you know, they're all the year 7 babies about how he stopped smoking. Whoever smoked that day was going to get glass before they got off the bus. So I pulled 3 cigarettes out, lit them all at once, smoked.
All in one go.
Oh yeah.
Didn't that hurt?
Viciously.
Well, it doesn't look as though he glassed you.
Of course he didn't glass me, that's not asked too much. But how was the rest of you?
The same. It passed.
Yeah. How's your dad?
I wish he'd stayed.
Sure. Who the fuck are you? No, Bennett, this is Lilly Carhill. She's new. Are you? This morning.
Is she?
Did we hear about you?
I'm not sure.
There was a letter? I bet there was. There's always a letter. I'm Bennett.
Hello, Bennett.
Carhill's a very good name.
Is it?
Yes, it's Irish. It's from County Galway.
I'm Cissy.
Hello.
Cissy is Bennett's girlfriend.
Right.
You're not from around here, are you?
She's from Cambridge.
I can tell.
Yeah, she's shatteringly astute like that. Yes, you have to get up really fucking early in the morning to catch her out. So how are you doing?
I'm not sure till exams, I think.
What are you taking?
Geography, history, French, and English.
All 4 A-levels. She's incredibly clever.
Clearly.
And general studies.
Yes, everybody takes general studies. Nobody goes. I do. Well, what's Cambridge like? You should too. It's Mr. Lilly. He is great.
I hated it.
That's good.
Why?
I only really trust people who hate their hometown.
Oh, me too.
How are you this morning, William Carlyle?
I am fantastically fucking brilliant. Thank you very much for asking, Cissy. How are you?
Happy to be here, happy as a song block.
Good weekend.
Thrilling. We had a dinner party. Bennett cooked a salmon. My mother swooned. How was yours?
Terrible. Far, far better here.
Why was it terrible?
Shit! I've forgotten everything. You won't believe this on Sunday.
Why was it terrible?
You are better off not having
What do you
serious.
mean you've forgotten everything?
I don't know, English books, but French books, history books, the works. What did you see?
One night in Paris.
Bless.
So what are you going to do about your books?
I don't know. Basket? Copy yours, steal theirs. I don't give a shit. I haven't seen that film in years and years and years.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you should do. It's extraordinary.
Why?
What?
Why is it extraordinary?
Lily, this is Nicholas Chapman. He plays lacrosse. Nicholas, this is Lily Cargill. She is new. She's from Cambridge.
Right. I like your jacket, Mr. Chapman.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Francis.
Can I try it on?
What?
Your jacket, can I please?
Is it Paul Smith?
It's Machino.
It's lovely.
Yeah, it looks better on it. So what's your first
You're Victorian too.
Don't be ridiculous.
Harrison?
I've got him. There.
What's he like?
Lovely. Smells like
He's alright, but he's generally a little bit unsettling, if you know what I mean.
Are you Lily?
That's right.
I'm Tanya.
Hello.
Tanya Gleason. The McFarlane asked me to meet you. Does she not say?
I'm not
You
sure.
were supposed to be in the common room. How did you get up here?
I just.
I've been looking
walked.
for you for a while.
I'm sorry.
She asked me to look after you today.
To look after me.
He had a letter about you.
A letter.
Last Friday. Said you were starting today. That you were coming from Cambridge. That your father was working in the university. And that we were to be especially nice to you.
Why did it say that?
I don't know. They tell us these things. Like your hair.
My hair.
It's quite Lily Allen. You know, I noticed something about Year 7 kids.
You noticed something about what?
About the kids in Year 7.
You're very random sometimes, sweetheart.
No. If you line them up, push them over, they float up because I let them into it.
That's really rude. They could break that little bones.
We were never as rude as they were. I was quite literally frozen with fear. I was terrifying of sixth formers. I used to think they threw bricks at you, flush your head down the toilet, set fire to your tie.
Can I ask you a question? Oh, do get it, well, you're going to, aren't you? Have you started revising it? Are you being serious? I kind of am, actually.
But mocks, you don't need to revise for mocks.
I never need to revise for anything. I just do the exams.
Yeah, you get all A's, you tart.
It defeats the point of mocks if you revise for them. You see, they're a dipstick educationally to see where you're at, Miss Tanya, at this particular moment in time, to give you a handle on how much study we need to do as we move towards the final exams, people. I've lost my...
So I've started. Of course you have, you swat.
It's not about being a swat.
Ah, yes it is. It's about wanting to do my best.
See, my mum would kill me if I got anything less than an A in any subject.
Would she literally kill you?
Yes, literally, she would burn me alive.
When do they start exactly?
Are you being serious?
You don't know.
You don't know when the mock start?
Well, you never believe me about these kinds of things.
November 3rd, 8:50 a.m. main hall French, 11:55 a.m. main hall history, 2:05 p.m. back pitch PE finishing, Monday 10th of November main hall history.
You don't do PE.
Does anybody?
How do you know what PE covers when you don't even take PE?
I've got a photographic memory, I memorised it.
I like your badge.
Thanks.
I like the white stripes. I think they're getting better. Because some bands get shit the more they keep going, but the white stripes don't. They're fucking great.
I think so too.
He's only got the last two albums.
What?
Nicholas. He's only got the last two White Stripes albums. He got Elephant last term, and he's never even heard White Blood Cells, have you?
What?
Have you ever heard White Blood Cells?
What are you talking
See
about?
what I'm talking about?
Holy what's Stanley West? Who? Can you accept by your tie, Chadwick? No. Oh, I should think not. With a code like that, who knows what fucking happened?
Chadwick, this is Lily Nee, Carl Hill. Lily Carl.
Lily?
She's new. She joined us this morning. She's from Cambridge. Lily, this is Chadwick Mead.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Lily. I'm
Sorry, I wasn't expecting a new girl. It's terribly nice to meet you. Welcome to the school. You are very happy here.
Thank you, Chadwick.
Whereabouts in Cambridge are you from?
No?
With the castle.
That's right.
Built under King Stephen during the anarchy. I like Cambridge.
Do you?
I prefer it to Oxford. Not only for its beauty, but I think the university is better, certainly in its applied mathematics department, which is my specialism. My hero worked at St. John's in the 20s. Paul Dirac. Did you ever hear of him?
I didn't, I'm afraid.
Chadwick, who the fuck has ever heard of poor Derek?
Well, he predicted the existence of antimatter. You see, he developed the Dirac equation, which describes the behavior of electrons. He won the Nobel Prize in 1933. He said, the laws of nature should be expressed in beautiful equations. He's fundamental to the way we perceive the world. He was at Cambridge.
I don't know him.
Died in 1984.
Yes, that was nearly 10 years before she was born, Chadwick. You can hardly blame her, pal.
Is that really your name, Chadwick?
Yes, it is, I'm afraid. It's American in origin.
If it's any consolation, I didn't believe him either. I thought he made it up.
I thought he'd made his whole head up. Who christened you Chadwick? Which parent?
Well, I wasn't christened, my parents are atheists.
Of course they're atheists. They would have to be with a sound like that.
With a face like that.
Chadwick. Stunning.
What?
Oh, stunning. Tell me something stunning. Tell me something of which I've never even thought possible before.
Do you know how many galaxies there are in the universe? About 100 billion. There are about 100 billion stars in most given galaxies. That's 10,000 billion stars in the universe, which works out to about 10 million billion planets.
It's like having an absurdly clever puppy. Chad.
What?
Have a wine gum.
Has anyone seen Copley, by the way?
Oh, the new teacher.
She's not a teacher.
Yes, she's the teacher. Of course she's the teacher. Who's she? She's not a fucking teacher. The traffic lady.
She's a student.
Yeah.
Students don't count.
Oh, right.
Oh, you should put that on your personal statement.
I'm Nicholas Chadwick. I'm the quota.
Quickest horn in the world.
Are you really going to ask a teacher out?
Why not? She's only about 6 months older than me, I reckon. She came with us to Macbeth. She sat right next to me. She's having a torturous time with me anyway. She kept asking my advice.
You're gorgeous, Nicholas. Did you know that? Gorgeous.
So, Lily, are you incredibly nervous about joining our school?
No,
No, you shouldn't be.
I'm not.
Let's get scared of being bored.
Yeah.
Because it's quite fucking stupefyingly boring
It is
around
not
here.
that bad. Don't listen to her.
Yes, it is.
Okay, sometimes it is.
That's my friend. Double nuts.
Don't mess again. I'm not entirely sure that could be given.
Tan, where are you off to?
English.
It's a bit early for English, isn't it?
I'm off to see Mr. Anderson.
You're gonna go ask him to impregnate you.
What?
Cissy told me about your fantasy. Did you hear about this, Nikki? Oh, it's Tanya's fantasy to be Anderson's secret lover, to have his babies, to wander around his...
What?
I'm
You
no
know what he's
born
talking about? I have no idea what he's talking about.
She's absolutely serious about it, by the way.
Fuck off.
Why aren't you?
Did you tell him that?
Idiot.
Well, it's true, isn't it? Am I lying? Are you calling me a liar?
Cissy, I can't.
Yeah, real nice, you absolute prick! Tanya, wait!
Well, I need to go see Mr. Eldridge.
Do you know where he is?
He's in his office down the corridor.
Yes, second left after the common room.
Great.
I'll probably see you in geography then.
Yes, probably. Where is that again?
J3. Do you know how to get there?
I haven't got a clue. If I come back here, can I go with you?
Oh, of course you can.
Are you sure?
I wouldn't mind at all. It would be a pleasure.
Thanks, thank you, William. So I'll meet you back here about 1:30?
Great. I will take you the scenic route.
Is it always this cold in here?
Always, until they turn the heating on, and then it gets insufferably hot.
Look forward to that.
Have fun with Eldridge. Yeah.
Thank you, I'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit, Bennett, Nicholas.
See you, Lily Ellen.
Shut up, Bennett.
See you.
Bye.
I'll take you a scenic route.
Hey, William, can I ask you a question? Come on. Have you actually had a girlfriend before?
What are you talking about?
Well, have you?
Why would you want to know a thing like that?
Oh, you haven't, have you? I find that quite touching.
Piss off, Bennett. I just want to go to class.
Oh, you're a bit beside me. You know, you should all break your heart.
I don't know what you're wittering on about.
Oh, no.
Oh!
About you. You're very still. You sit very still most of the time. You move your head quite slowly. I really like it. I like your hair too. I like the way it hides your eyes. I think it's really shy. I think you've got shy hair.
Yeah, thank you.
How was history?
Unusually dramatic. We had Lloyd. He was in a peculiar mood. He came in and he looked at us. We were all chatting. Then he sat down. We just kept on chatting as he looked at us. And we chatted some more, so he looked at us some more, and we just continued on chatting. And then he just sat there. And he sat there and looked at us. He waited until we were quiet, and then he waited until we were silent. All of that took about a minute, maybe. And then he just sat there. He sat there for 5 more minutes. He said that he decided not to teach us today because he didn't think that we deserved it, until we apologised to him. And we did. We went around the classroom, one by one. Sorry, sir.
Is he your favourite?
I think so. I find his classroom management skills rather bracing.
Have you finished your Eucas form yet? Have you sent it off?
Oh, this morning. Have you?
I was going to this afternoon.
Better had.
Are you applying for a year off?
Christ, no.
Well, every other fucker.
I cannot wait, just to get out.
Me too.
How was French?
Un cachemire sociologique.
And what?
Do you ever worry about Chadwick me?
You're losing me now.
He's in our French lesson. He's a brilliant linguist. He sits very still. He never says a word. He was rocking most of the lesson, just very slightly. It really unsettled me.
Rocking?
That to and fro.
Well, that sounds rather comforting.
No, it was weird. I'm not entirely sure I like it. I'm not entirely sure I can trust him.
What's not to like? He's the cleverest man in the universe.
It's not normal.
I hate normal people. Normal people should be eviscerated. And look, he has a monster of a time, He's on a rather considerable scholarship, people notice him. People should be nice to him.
I hate the word should.
The thoughts he has, the pressure he gets. One day he's going to snap, I think.
What do you mean?
I've seen it happen.
Seen what happened?
People like him, they get so much pressure and then just one day, pop.
Hot.
I like him.
I'm glad somebody does.
We went on a trip together to Cambridge in the holidays, on a visit, and he took me to all the places that he thought that I should go and see. He took me, actually, to the place that Isaac Newton studied. He took me to the Botanic Gardens there and showed me a tree which is apparently the tree that Isaac Newton sat under. Is that loose? It was, unlike anything I've ever seen. My family, we're not a kind of a family who goes to university. It doesn't really happen. We thought we should probably go and find someone, who could tell us where to go and look. And so we found this doctor, he was a scientist, like a white coat on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said that we should go and look at the chapel. He said that it was rather beautiful. I've never heard anyone use the word beautiful like he's used it. It was rather beautiful, by the way. The ceiling is breathtaking. It's absolutely amazing, fan vaulting. Yes, there's parts of it that date back to the middle of the 15th century. It was designed by Wostel, built by him too, actually. If my application gets accepted, then I'll have an interview down there. And they do mock interviews in here with Lloyd. Goodness, you can imagine that. Me and Lloyd in here having an interview. Goodness. It's 3:30, Lily. We should probably be going.
Yeah.
It always amazes me how quickly this place empties. You can walk down the halls and you are the only one here. In this room, it becomes like a corridor, a cocoon. It's very cold today, isn't it? I always feel that you can tell the exact day when it turns to autumn in this country. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
How are you getting on?
What do you mean?
How was your first week here?
Honestly,
Honestly.
it was alright. It was a bit odd. Some of the teachers are a bit odd. It's strange that there are so few of us. It gets a bit, claustrophobic at times. Bennett does my head occasionally.
Sorry, no, what I meant was, how was your first week in Stockport?
It was okay. It was not as bad as some of the places I've been. Not as bad as some of the places I've lived. It's not as bad as Plymouth. It's not as bad as Hull. Heaton Moor's nice. We went to Lime Park on the weekend. It was gorgeous.
The deer park there is medieval. You know, if you move slowly enough, there's fallow deer there that you can reach out and just touch them.
The shopping centre made me want to gouge my eyes out though. And I hate all the people.
All of them.
Apart from you lot here.
You hate all the people you've met in Stockport.
Yeah.
With their tied back hair and the makeup and the burgers.
Their faces.
What the fuck are you looking at?
I'm looking at you, you bitch.
I know what you mean.
Pound stretcher stalker and holders the lot of them.
And all the boys get their fathers at 17 and they're banned from being within a square mile of their sons at 19 and then they're jailed at 21.
And they deserve it.
Because they are thick and they are vicious.
And they're fat and they're ugly.
They're frightened of anything that's different from what they're like.
And they're terrified of intelligence or thought.
Yes, because if they think too hard, they might just realise, yes, that the way that they live their lives in their tiny little shell suits with their tiny little vicious little dogs, it's not necessarily the only way to live a life,
And
is
they
it?
can't fucking wait till Christmas. And the furthest they've ever been is Spain.
Yes, and even then they hated
They
it.
want to eat more eggs and cheese.
Exactly, yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm gonna fall. I sometimes think that I'm the only person in this whole town that has those kinds of thoughts. Does that make me a terrible person?
No.
Really? Because I think that I'm the funniest and I'm definitely the cleverest, don't you think?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I do too. I think that I'm hilarious. Have you ever thought about the person that you wished you were?
Sometimes.
See, when I think about that person, do you know what I realise?
What do you
I realise that I am him. Can I ask you something?
Go on.
Did Bennett and Cissy and Nicholas, did they talk about me?
No.
Did they talk about my job? Or my family?
No.
Have they ever told you about my job?
No. What job's that?
Oh. No, you wouldn't believe me.
Why?
Nobody ever believes me.
I would.
Why?
I'm very trusting.
I bet you are.
What?
I said, I bet you are. I work for the government.
Do you?
They don't tell anybody, you know. People will get really freaked out if they knew about it.
What do you do for them?
I observe Muslim teenagers. They want to target Muslim teenagers, so they employed a teenager to do it, because, you know, it would be stupid to employ adults, obviously. They employed me.
That sounds exciting.
Oh, it's not. Muslim teenagers are very boring. I have to fill out a report every fortnight.
Have you cracked any terrorist rings?
No. Muslim teenagers, they mostly snog each other behind their parents' backs, play football. Can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
How many hours do you normally sleep?
What?
On average, every night?
9?
9.
10 sometimes. 11 if I get an early night.
Right.
12 on a weekend.
See, I sleep 4. Can I ask you something else?
Go on.
Do you ever get frightened?
Yes, I do.
What kind of things frighten you?
Nuclear war. Black people. Dogs. Most dogs. Some farm animals. Birds. A sexual assault. I get scared of waking up in my house and there's someone there in my room. Sometimes when my parents go out, my mum comes home early, like really drunk, because she storms off. And my bedroom's downstairs on the bottom floor. It always has been for like the last 3 houses, you know, I prefer it. But she forgets her keys a lot of the time, so she just knocks on my window to get me to let her in. And I sometimes think it's dead people outside, and that terrifies me.
What does she storm off for?
She just gets pissed off at my dad. She drinks 2 bottles of wine.
I never knew my mother. She died when I was about 4. My father died before I was born. That is a secret. I don't tell anybody that. Can I trust you never to tell anybody?
Of course you can.
Thank you.
Do you remember her dying?
A little bit.
What do you remember about her?
I can remember that the police, you know, there were a lot of police in our living room drinking tea. They came around for some reason. I can't remember why. There was one policeman who had 4 teaspoons of sugar in his tea. I can remember the funeral too. You know, a lot of people patted me.
So you're a little orphan boy.
That's right.
Are you in care?
But no, I live with my auntie.
What's she like?
She's alright, I guess.
I wouldn't feel too sorry for yourself, by the way.
Oh, no, no.
Parents can be complete shits.
I'm sure. What are those scars on your arm? Lily? Lily, what are the scars?
What do you think they are?
I don't know. Did you cut
You're
yourself?
cute.
You, Lily? No, I'm sorry.
Watch this.
Oh, doesn't that hurt?
Not really. It feels really nice.
Can I touch it? Sorry. Have you ever felt how hot I am? Look, feel my forehead. You know what I think?
What do you think, William?
I
Carwell?
think that our bodies are machines. Have you ever thought where the heat from our body comes from? It comes from all the energy that it burns up to carry out all our different activities. You know? That's why corpses are so cold, because the machine has stopped.
I'm not a machine. I'm an animal.
What kind of animal are you?
I'm a wolf, or like maybe like a leopard, or a tiger, or like an eagle, or what else? Like even like a donkey, or a snake, or
Ever?
You haven't.
When we were little, did we go on holiday together?
No.
No, we went camping together,
I
didn't
don't think so.
we?
William.
What school did you go to?
St. Michael's in Tunbridge Wells.
Okay, no, can't do that now. Would you like to go out with me?
To go out with you.
Like on a date? We could take you, I could take you out to dinner.
To dinner.
At a restaurant? Even though I hate restaurants.
You hate them.
Ew, all those people watching you eat.
Why would you take me there then?
Then we could go to the cinema, maybe. Or bowling. Swimming?
Swimming?
Have you ever been to Chapel?
To where?
Chapel on the Frith. It's a village outside of Derbyshire. It's another place that is beautiful. Oh, we could go there next week, you know, it's mid-term. We could jump on a train, the two of us, and just go, you know, me and you, on a date, if you'd like to. Would you like to go on a date with me?
Don't think so, William.
Right, okay.
I'm sorry.
No?
No, it's not you. I just don't want to be going out with anyone right now, William. I'm sorry, I just can't be doing with my fucking boyfriend right now.
I
I'm sorry.
Never done that before.
Not before.
Asked anybody out. Didn't go very well, did it?
No, it was alright.
Ah! Really fucked it up. Complete embarrassment, if you ask me, you know. Complete waste of time.
I don't think so. I think that it was romantic. Hey,
Hi.
how's it going in there?
It's going all right.
How's it steady?
You know,
Are you coming out for lunch?
I'm off to the gym.
Have you seen William recently?
No, not this morning. Not all day.
He's not been in since the break.
I didn't notice.
Come here. Take your blazer out. Flex your muscles. Thank you. Hey, do you want an apple? I think I've got a spare one.
I'm all right, thanks.
He asked me out. William.
Well, what did you say?
What do you think?
I don't know, hence me asking.
It's really funny. His face went all stupid. Have you ever noticed that?
No, just what?
When you think someone's being like a complete dick and, you know, they say something and you can't help but feel sorry for them.
And what did you find out about William?
He told me about his parents. Has he ever talked to you about them?
No, not really. We're not really that close. What did he say about them?
They're dead. Did you know that?
Did he tell you that? Did he?
His mum died when he was like 4 and his dad died before he was born. Imagine that.
Is that what he said, that his parents
Imagine
was dead?
being 4 years old and watching your parents die. You've got to admit, it's a bit heartbreaking.
When did he tell you that?
Just before half term, when he asked. They're not, are they?
His dad's an accountant. His mum's a nursery school teacher in Cheadle. She's lovely, by the way. She's quite attractive, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh, that's quite unsettling. I'm unsettled now. You've unsettled me.
I didn't intend to.
Why would he lie about something like that?
I have no idea. He did have a brother. I think he had a brother who died when he was just a little kid. Maybe he was...
What? Confused? No, you cannot get confused about something like that. He was doing it for attention. Hey, how selfish can you get? I'm tempted to go round to his house and find him and tell him. No. Hey.
Hey.
I've been thinking about you all morning. And I've got to admit, some of the things I've been thinking are a bit filthy.
I've been thinking about you too.
Liar.
Last night.
Yeah? What about it?
Can I confess something?
Go on.
I'd never had sex before. Could you tell? What? What are you laughing at?
Nothing, no, just men. Like boys, they're so...
What?
No, nothing. I couldn't tell. I didn't care.
Well, it was fucking amazing.
It was a bit, wasn't it?
You were fucking amazing.
Oh.
Well, it's true. Lily,
Nicholas?
I don't think we should tell anyone.
What?
I think we should keep it to ourselves, that we're going out with one another.
Why?
I think. Well, don't you think?
I'm not sure.
The people here, they're just so...
What?
They just go on and on.
You ashamed of me?
No, don't be stupid.
You just want to keep me as your little secret?
You kind of.
Prick.
What?
You're a prick. Hey, how are things going with Miss Copley?
Why are you cross with
Has
me?
she fallen for your overwhelming sexual aura yet, Nicholas?
Lily, have you got any idea what people
Nicholas
say
Chapman,
about
the
you?
Casanova of nourishment, a million pheromones in every single muscle.
Shut up.
Honestly, one balcony wishes had never met me. Your face.
I'm going.
Yeah, go do your workout. Press those benches, eh? Give them a squeeze for me.
Are you around later?
Might.
Oh, Lily.
Sorry, I'm teasing. Yes, I'll be around later. I'll wait for you, and okay, I won't tell anyone.
Thanks. I am sorry. I just think that... Yeah. I'll see you later.
See you later, Channing Tatum.
The amount of flour in this bread is fucking ridiculous. Hi.
Hi.
What do you think this chip's made of?
Don't know me.
I so shouldn't be having these anymore. I just had Skittles for lunch. Have you ever had 4 bags of Skittles in one go? Your brain feels amazing.
I think that's really dangerous. Human beings have to eat. It's one of the things we do. 5 fruit and veg a day, regulated food groups, 30 minutes exercise 3 times a week. I blame the parents.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, no. She doesn't just mean having Anderson's children. She means actually properly being a parent.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Seriously?
Me too.
God.
I think I'm
5 anyway, so you might as well put them in the cupboard. They're not going to remember you doing it.
Well, you know what?
What?
I'm gonna have 4.
4.
Yep. I'm going to be brilliant. Home educate them, take them to all sorts of sports meetings. In my big car.
In Anderson's big car.
Anderson's big car.
He hasn't got a big car. He comes to school at night.
Football lessons, ballet lessons, anything they want. Teach them languages.
You don't even speak any languages.
Oh, I learn. Teach them all to our children. You've got to admit, it's fucking lovely. And of course he's got a car. He just uses his bike to keep fit. Save the world.
Oh. Would you ever have Bennett's children?
Fuck off.
Why not?
Can you imagine? That would be impossible.
Have you ever talked about it?
Can you imagine? It would scare the living shit out of him to even think about mentioning it. He'd pick up on my thoughts.
What's he like?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
What do you mean? What's he like?
Bennett?
Yeah, what do you mean? What's he like?
In bed?
Oh, Christ, I'd rather not go into that while I'm having my lunch. Ugh. I'm not going to have children till I'm about 42. I'm going to wait till I can afford for someone else to look after them. Too many things I want to do, and too many places I want to go. Can't wait to leave England, this one thing, go and live abroad, and I'm going to. As soon as I'm done here, I am off.
Where are you going to go?
London, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Dublin, Paris, anywhere that's not here. Yeah. I'm so fat.
You're not
I
fat.
am so fat. Look.
Don't say it because it's not true and it makes it look like you're really showing off.
Yeah. What are you guys getting for Christmas?
I am really bored of Mum coming up to me and talking to me about gay heroes of literary history. She finds me every day. So she waits around every corner for me and leaps out. She makes me summarise articles from The Guardian.
So you think she's too thick to read them herself?
I keep saying I could be a lawyer if I wanted to. Who the fuck wants to be a lawyer, for fuck's
So
sake?
I think there might be a reason
What?
that she singles you out for those kinds of suggestions.
The fuck are you implying, Miss Gleason?
Not implying anything, Mr. Francis. I'm just asking a question.
It's a really, really hot in this fucking room. What is this? I need to get outside. I need to go outside. I need to go run around for a bit. I need to go do some PE. That's what I need to do. Do some PE. Just PE. Really miss PE. Never thought I'd say that. Never.
I don't miss PE teachers.
Yeah, that's because they're fucking retards.
Apart from cheating.
Yeah, he's also a retard. He's a retarded private.
Well, he was very sweet to me.
It was because he wanted to finger you.
He told me he was really impressed with my GCSE results.
Yes, that's because he wanted to finger you. I told you.
Bennett.
But would you let him?
Don't.
I bet you would. Mind you, that's an later. You get so hit up about intergenerational sexual activities these days. Everybody should jolly well down and calm down, I think. What's the youngest person you'd ever fuck, Tanya? I'm sorry, you can be the older man, do you not?
I'm sorry, are you asking me about my sexual experiences, Bennett? Well, that's rich coming from you, don't you think?
I'd forget a year ago if she was up for it. And if she wasn't, I'd definitely have a bit of a posh old way of thinking about it.
Well, I don't think teachers should have sex anyway. It's too gross an idea. All that old skin wobbling about makes me feel sick.
Chadwick, you always look forward to PE lessons, didn't you?
Remember that time in swimming? You went drowning for the brick and you nearly drowned, didn't you, sweetheart? And then
Missed opportunity that one, folks. I remember you in the changing rooms, Chadwick. I remember your tiny little dick.
Chadwick,
Here we go.
is it true you put lemon juice in your hair to make a blonder?
Sometimes.
Or does it work?
Yes.
Does it?
Yes.
You're a genius, Chadwick, I think. But you've got to admit,
What?
you look pretty fucking stupid in that coat.
Yeah.
Did you just agree with me?
Bennett, stop it.
No, some people can wear a coat like that, and, well, other people look like retards.
He stole my money.
What money?
I had £100.
What did you have £100 for? What did you bring £100 to school for?
It's in my bag.
When did you last see it?
What do you mean, when did I last see it? What kind of a fucking question is that? When did I last see it? This morning! This morning is when I last saw it. I saw it this morning when I put it in there. Someone has stolen my money. You weren't doing this to me.
Are you sure?
You don't look like I'm sure.
I make that kind of mistake all the time.
You calling me a liar?
No.
Aha! Were you just going to kiss me?
What?
Just now?
No?
Just then, you were, weren't
No,
you?
I wasn't.
No, I wasn't. You were. Is that what you got around? You trying to move around the corner? Just to come kiss me, were you, Miss Tanya?
No, I didn't realise I had.
People do that kind of thing, don't they?
William, what are you drinking?
Campari and grapefruit juice. Want to try some?
Are you really?
Why would I lie about a thing like that? It's my favourite drink, for goodness sakes. Yeah, try some. No, that's all right.
But Tony, we should do.
Excuse me, please. Look at my money.
As much as
Are you serious?
I really
No.
can't. He would be lovely.
He
He
doesn't
doesn't go.
He has
Oh,
an
please,
alcohol
I
to
don't.
school.
Should we do something?
There's nothing.
It's so much stress.
Chadwick! Give me the money.
I'm sorry?
What do you?
What do you mean?
What I mean is, do you have any money in your wallet, or in your pocket, or in your bag, or up your arse that you can spare for William? He just lost £100, and I think you should try and give it back, don't you?
It's nothing to do with me.
I'm sorry.
I said it's nothing to do with me. William, I'm terribly sorry if you've lost some money, but I don't really think it was my fault.
Chadwick, get your wallet out.
Bennett.
What? What? Are you actually trying to stop me here? Chadwick? Get your wallet out fucking now! You fucking face fucking cunt twat! Before I beat the bricks out of your fucking ass with my big fist when everyone else watches and sings their own fucking songs! Something on fucking will!
Yeah. Well, how much is in there? Nothing.
How much, you lying fuck?
£20.
Take it out.
What?
Take it out of your wallet.
No.
Now! Whole head. Thanks. Now give it to William. He's a bit short. It's a bit warmer today, I think. Haven't you noticed it's a bit warmer today, Chadwick? I would put the heating on just as the sun comes out. How typical is that in India in the summer? I'm off to the dentist this afternoon. I got the afternoon off. Really looking forward to that, you know? Hanging out in the sunshine. My mother's already here to collect me. I just saw her. She's waiting in reception. I just decided to walk straight past her. Well, everyone's being very quiet. Well, how's your revision going, Lily? Have you started yet?
Yes.
I'm sorry? You're muttering. I didn't hear you.
I said yes, of course I've started. The exams are next week.
Lovely. Brilliant. Good on you. What about you, Chadwick? What subject do you have?
Maths.
Maths. Brilliant. Excellent. I apologize. Yeah,
Mum says you've got to hurry up.
Thank you, Lucy. You can tell Mum I'm coming. Cheers. Well, what's the matter with you?
Nothing.
Well, you look all sad. Are you really sad?
No.
Well, you are, aren't you? Do you know why you're so sad? Shall I tell you why you're so sad? You're sad because you're fat. And you're fat because you eat too much. And you eat too much because you're depressed. And you're depressed because of this fucking world. Oh. I cracked myself. Right. Now, the dentist now awaits my adequate measures.
Are you okay?
What?
Are you okay, I asked?
Yes, yeah, I'm fine. Of course I'm okay.
I'm sorry. I tried to stop him.
I know. You don't need to.
What? He was just messing around. Fucking hell, it was a joke, okay? He's petrified at the dentist. He's just really nervous. Are you coming to English? Can I walk with you?
What are you going to do about your money?
Did you steal it?
What?
No, I was just thinking you may have gone into my bag and found it. You never know. You put it down.
What?
Sorry, I was making a little joke on you, Lynn. Just tying you into a little knot. Did you want to try some of this?
No, thank you, William. I'll see you later.
Great. Yeah, I look forward to it. No, Chadwick. How are you?
Okay. Should be better.
Yes. Let's go forwards.
So, how was your mock?
Good. Yeah, it was with Lloyd. He was particularly sharp today, actually. He is by some distance my favourite teacher, actually. He gave me a cigarette at the end, which was probably a little bit unprofessional of him, but very sweet at the same time, wasn't it? How was yours?
Well, I'm not going to do a mock. I'm just going to go down and do the interview.
Right. Okay,
Thank you.
it's all right.
He's.
Yes, he is. Isn't he just?
I don't think I deserve some of the bad things that happen to me sometimes. You know? I mean, do you? I don't think I'm so bad. I'm not as bad as they make out. You know? I'm not as stupid as people think.
I don't think that anyone thinks for a second that you're stupid in any way, Chadwick. Ooh, when did you get this?
This one came this morning.
This, you've had this kind of thing before. Is this from Bennett?
No, it's probably from somebody downstairs. That's why I come up here all the time.
You should probably tell somebody about this, Chadwick, because this is really serious, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes
What? What do you mean?
it's nothing.
No, you were going to say something, Chadwick. What were you going to say?
There's far less antimatter in the universe than there is matter. Did you know that?
Not entirely sure I did know, but was that what you were actually going to say?
Yes, that's what the experiments at CERN are investigating.
It's
At the LHC. The Large Hadron Collider.
Oh, that's that telescope thing you were telling me about,
Well, it's not a telescope, it's an atomic particle accelerator.
which they couldn't even get working.
But they will. I mean, one of the things that this collider may be able to test is where all the antimatter has gone to. You know, some people think it must be somewhere. You know, it can't just disappear. Given its absence from the known universe, they speculate that this proves that there are alternative universes, and that the antimatter resides in these alternative universes. I think the experiments that this telescope will be able to test will prove them right, eventually. It makes me feel rather small sometimes, you know? I mean, we're so little, we take up a tiny amount of space as individuals, don't we? And a negligible amount of time. If it was possible to harness antimatter and to bring a single antimatter positron into contact with a single electron of matter, it would create an explosion of untold force and energy. I mean, they could build an antimatter bomb. It would be 40,000 times bigger than a nuclear bomb. I mean, I think that would be better. I mean, don't you think it'd be better sometimes? Just to end it? I do. I think about that sort of thing far more than I ought to, I suppose. I sometimes think that when you die, it's like you cross this threshold, you know, you cross this door. You get out of here.
There are other ways of getting out, you know?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, when I'm 21, I'm going to inherit over £500,000. Did I tell you that? Have I ever told you that before?
No?
You see, when my father was working in the oil industry in Russia in the early 90s, he made over £12 million, and he left $500,000 of it to me in trust in his will. I'm going to inherit it when I'm 21, and I can do whatever I like with it. Going to move to New York. Going to go there with Lilly. No, we have discussed it all. You can ask her if you don't believe me. We're going to get a warehouse loft conversion. Lower East Side of Manhattan. I am going to get a Lamborghini Esprit. She'll get a haircut like Jennifer Aniston, and we will drive around, and that, I think, will be better than dying.
Won't Nicholas mind?
What?
Won't Nicholas mind you living with Lilly?
What's got to do with him?
I mean, she's going out with him.
No, it's what?
Lilly, and she's been fucking him, is what I heard.
Since when?
Since about the first week she got here.
Oh.
Didn't you know?
No, I didn't.
Has it come as something of a blow?
Well, I'll admit that I'm a little bit disappointed. Yes, can I stay at your house tonight?
What?
Can I stay at your house tonight? Can I?
I don't know.
Your parents wouldn't do anything there, would they?
I don't think they'd like it. I mean, with the exams next week and everything.
Well, we could top and tail. I could sleep on your floor then, or we could get up in the middle of the night, make cheese on toast and eat it.
No, that's all right. Thank you.
What do you like at home?
I don't know.
Do people like you a bit more? I bet they do. Don't they? Do you behave a little bit differently? Chadwick! Why can't I sing? Please.
I mean, it's not really about letting you do anything, William. It's just not really my house.
I could come round after exams then, couldn't I? You know what I've just realised? What's wrong with your bone structure? It is your nose. It's too high up there on your face, isn't it? Right, you have really let me down, Chadwick. I'm going to be late for my lessons all afternoon. You've really let me down. Fuck. Stand there. Right there. Thanks. No, of course it is stinking.
I could have gone into anaphylactic shock, like seriously, fill my pulse. No, actually, fill my pulse. I've never been stung by a wasp before. No, I can't be allergic.
Elliot just told me. He's in Stepping Hill. He nearly died. He didn't. They don't know how long he'll be in there.
What did you say?
Late last night, Lloyd, he had a heart attack.
He had a heart attack?
It was quite severe. I think there were complications. Elliot said that somebody told him that he'd lost complete consciousness for a few seconds.
Jesus.
Lloyd.
That's what I said.
Is he dead?
No, he's in hospital.
No, but he died for a bit, didn't he?
No, he lost consciousness. That's different from dying.
You can't die for a bit. But I saw him yesterday.
Yes?
I don't believe you.
I'm not lying, honestly.
At his age, that level of smoking, it's serious.
Don't touch me.
And it's a history exam this afternoon as well.
Do you know what I liked about him? He is not dead. I liked the way he moved his hands. They were like little jerky movements. They were quite charming. They catch you by surprise. He's not dead. Do not talk about him like he is dead.
Well, I'm not surprised teachers have heart attacks. You look into their eyes, they're terrified. They all end up with stomach ulcers. They all suffer uncontrollable suffering. And they're the ones that are meant to be looking after us, isn't it?
I'm going to go see him. Is anybody going to come with me? I'm going to go and see Mr. Lloyd. Is anybody coming with me?
It's 8:30, William.
What?
Maybe after school we can go. We don't know what time visiting hours are.
What are you talking about?
We're not sure when he can take visitors. My grandfather was like that. They kept him sleeping mainly.
Did I tell you you can fucking move, Chadwick? What did I?
No?
Then what the fuck are you moving for?
I just wanted to put my stuff in my locker.
You can't. Today, Chadwick. A little tribute to dying Lloyd.
You're my dog. Do you understand me?
Bennett, stop it!
What?
Leave him alone! It's boring.
Boring? Boring? I'm not bored. Are you bored, Nicky? Are you bored, Chadwick?
You are such...
What am I such of, Tanya? Come on.
Tell me.
I'm being a prick. I'm being an arsehole. I'm being an arsehole, man. Okay, come in, little boy. Come in. Put your shit away. Hey, how's your day today, Jerry? How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great. All ready for your general studies exam?
Yes.
Ready. Me too. It's my last one. I'm tempted to do it with my eyes closed. It's awful. Awful fucking news about poor old Lloyd, isn't it? I wonder what he looked like. I wonder if he stopped breathing. Oh, I wonder what colour he went. Oh, have you ever seen anybody die before, Chadwick?
No.
I hear you get an erection. Was he too old to get an erection, do you think?
Bennett.
I bet he had a huge schlong. Like a really huge cock.
You're sick.
Oh. Well, have you had an erection before, Chadwick?
Don't!
Oh, what? I'm only asking my mate. I'm only asking my mate Chadwick. Well, Chadwick, have you ever had an erection? Have you ever had cum?
Yes?
Well, how do you know?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Don't you know that?
I can't imagine you coming. Oh, what do you wank all the time at home? What do you think about when you're wanking at home? Do you think about girls or boys?
I think about girls, don't you?
Your mum doesn't count, Chadwick. Can I just say that? What do you think about fat little Tanya, mate? You know you're in there, mate. You should definitely ask her out, man. You'd make a lovely couple. Have you actually had a girlfriend before, Chadwick? Chadwick? Chadwick, answer my question, you uptight prick cunt.
What?
Have you ever had a girlfriend before in your whole entire life?
No, I haven't. Not yet.
Never had a girlfriend. You guys.
Oh, you know they will drop off eventually, you realise. They will dry up
That
and
is
drop
not
off like dead
true.
fruit.
Don't listen to him, Chadwick. Bennett. Come on.
Well, did you hear that, Nicky? Poor Lempton's being kissed.
But can you imagine doing it with Chadwick? What? Chadwick?
No, none taken.
Well, you should give us some tips, Nicky. You get fucked all the time is what I've heard.
Who told you that?
Everybody knows that. Don't they, Lily? You know, it's really mean what you're doing to Chadwick, Tanya. You know, it's really cruel if you ask me. Being a cock tease. You. Well, do you have any friends that are interested in charity work there, Chadwick? I mean, what's your name? Nicky.
No, Bennett, I don't.
What can you ask cock people?
Have you seen her face?
Have you seen her cunt? Her cunt is so fat.
This is just ridiculous.
Do you know what that means, Chadwick? A fat cunt. I bet you don't, do you? I bet you wouldn't have known when to start, would you, son? If she came over to you in the middle of physics, bent over your desk to mark your work, you would have a clue where to start.
And you would.
What did you say?
I said, and you would know where to start, Bennett.
I can't believe you said that out loud.
If she leant over your desk in the middle of physics, what are you saying you'd do?
Well, I'd fuck her until she screamed.
Does that mean that you're bisexual?
Funny, that's really funny. That's so funny.
Tanya, do you have any lipstick on you?
What?
But do you, Tanya?
Bennett, the bell's about to go. Everybody's
Do you
going
really think that I feel bad about myself because you keep sticking up for him? Is that what you think? Get your thing out. Properly fucking her. Well, come on, Ted. Come over to Tanya. She's gonna put some lipstick on for you.
What?
Well, come on, Tanya.
Oh my god.
Well, come on. Push your lips for Tanya. Well, let's go. Now! Oh, for fuck's sake. Hurry it up. Jesus.
It's nice.
What?
I like it. It smells nice.
Oh, you're so fucking gay, Chadwick. You make me want to do a piss. Oh. Oh. Well, kiss him.
What?
Kiss him. For me. William, what are you doing?
Just having a bit of a dance.
Chadwick, that's my girlfriend! The fuck are you doing kissing my girlfriend?
You told me to.
Right in front of me!
You told me to, Bennett. I didn't want to.
You didn't want to? What the fuck are you saying? What are you calling her? First you smell her right in front of me, and then you go call her like that. I should cut your face off! I should cut your needle fucking dick off, you pervert fucking head, Bennett! What? Leave her alone.
So you're actually talking to you, a real fucking prick. You know, that just leave Chadwick alone, please.
Listen to him.
Honestly, Bennett, please leave him alone, yeah?
Listen to the brother fucker over here.
What did you say?
Oh, I think you heard me, did you?
Come over here then, say that to me, right here.
I said, listen to the brother fucker over here. I was talking about you, and I was referring to your brother.
Fucking him!
Will you stop it? He's just wiping you up.
I will wind him up, I will wind him up like a fucking knot! There you go. Stay there, Bennett! I'm not afraid of you anymore. I'm not afraid of anyone. You want to know how hard I am? I could take you on really easily. You know, you and me, right now, anytime, outside even, right now. Come on, let's go. Yeah. I could fucking beat you really easily in a fight, you know? I'm sure you are going to get the surprise of your life. Just you, don't you dare listen to him, Chadwick. He's just a big, empty, all vacuous space.
I don't mind.
Don't you?
Don't worry about you lot anymore.
Well, that's good of you.
Human beings are pathetic. Everything human beings do finishes up bad in the end. Anything good human beings ever make is built on something monstrous. Nothing lasts. We certainly won't. We could have been part of something really extraordinary, and we won't. We've been around for 100,000 years. We'll have died out before the next 200. Do you know what we've got to look forward to? Huh? Do you know what will define the next 200 years? Religions will become brutalized. Crime rates will become hysterical. Everybody will become addicted to internet sex. Suicide will become fashionable. There'll be famine, there'll be floods, there'll be fires in the major cities of the Western world. Our education systems will become battered. Our health services unsustainable. Our police forces unmanageable. Our governments corrupt. There'll be open brutality in the streets. There'll be nuclear war. Massive depletion of resources on every level. Insanely increasing third world population. It's happening already. It's happening now. Thousands die every summer from floods during the Indian monsoon season. Africans from Senegal wash up on the beaches of the Mediterranean and get looked after by guilty liberal holiday makers. Somalians wait in hostels in Malta or prison islands north of Australia. Hundreds die of heat or fire every year in Paris or California or Athens. The oceans will rise. The cities will flood. The power stations will flood. Airports will flood. Species will vanish forever, including ours. So, if you think I'm worried by you calling me names, Bennett, you little boy, you are fucking kidding yourself.
Blimey, Chadwick, that's a bit bleak there.
Just because something's bleak doesn't mean that it's not true.
I don't believe that.
You should do.
We can educate each other.
We don't.
We can change things.
We can't.
We can. There's science and there's technology.
It won't help now.
People, they've always said the world's going to end, Chadwick.
They were wrong. I'm really fucking not. I was right about your lipstick too, Tanya. It does taste nice. First period.
Once more into the breach. I had fun today, William. Yes, I rather enjoyed myself. Same time tomorrow, Bean.
Well, until the exam hall, lovelies.
Don't be late.
I've got English, Tan. At least he'll notice you.
Are you alright? I was asking if you're okay. Do I not look okay?
It's good that you stood up to.
You two both free now?
Until the exam.
Great. I
Can't believe they make us do a lesson for one.
Have they turned the heating on in here?
No, I'm really warm.
I'm boiling.
I feel really disappointed.
What by? What by, William?
You know.
I don't.
I know that I might look stupid. I know I might look naive, but I'm not. I know I might look like, ooh, William. Oh, it's William Billiam. Oh, William Tell. William the Great. William the Thick. Will I am. You know, I think I might even be William Shakespeare because it is entirely possible.
What?
Look at the news.
What?
190 people died in Brazil in a plane crash. Why do you think that happened?
It skidded on the runway. The runway was wet.
Right, died.
Well, that's true, William.
That's what they tell you. It's true.
Well, are you saying you caused the plane crash, William?
Wouldn't you like to know? I think you two really. How long have you two been going out?
William,
Why won't anyone come with me to Lloyd's funeral for fuck's
He didn't die, Chadwick just said.
They should close the whole school, is what they should bloody well do. How many times have you been fucked, Nicholas?
William, shut up.
Oh, is his cock really huge?
William, stop it. You're embarrassing yourself.
What? 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 Did... Sorry if I said something really embarrassing. Shit. Sorry, I didn't even hear myself speak. Lily, I'm sorry, come here, my best friend.
William, get off.
I could eat you. Where are we going?
Where are you going?
I'm going to go and see Lloyd, yeah? Get a bit of conversation, a bit of stimulation, you know what I mean? I've got what?
You've got the history exam. You've got general studies this afternoon.
Are you okay?
I think so. Are you? What? Are you just going to stand there and stare at me, William, because it's creeping me out a bit? Look, I got your text asking me to come here, so I came. William, why are all the windows open? Did you open them? Look, it's getting late. I'm going to go home unless you speak to me. I mean it.
Lloyd died this morning. Yeah, well, we were all up in here just talking, yeah? I tried to get you all to come and see him, didn't I? But no, you and Nicholas, you just stopped me, didn't I? It was such a fucking awful place. Lloyd is now the second person that I know now who's died. How many people do you know that have died? I had exams, didn't I? I'd missed them. I had history, didn't I, in general studies. See, when I was walking around, I got lost, you know, trying to find my way home. But I realised something, and it came to me like an epiphany. I realised what you are.
What are you talking about?
You're a robot, aren't you? Where did they make you? What laboratory did they make you in? When I asked you out, you were already going out with Nicholas, weren't you? Yep, you were. See, you can tell. Why didn't you tell me, Lily? Why didn't you just say something? You know, can you do that?
What?
Is that valid?
No.
Are you lying?
William, I didn't know what to say. I really liked you, William. I really like you. I just didn't want to let you down.
That's a good answer. When I was wandering about, I got you a present. Consider it a very early Christmas present. Here you go.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, if my mother could hear you swear.
William, you can't give me
William,
this.
you can't give me this. I can just it. I bought one myself. I put loads of songs on there.
William, there's 300 songs on here.
William, there's 300 songs on here.
Did you buy all these?
Did you buy all these?
I thought you said your mum was dead.
My step. No, just don't
What?
look at me like that. You look exactly like her and it really pisses me off, right? Will you do me a favour, Lily, in return for the present?
Depends on what it is.
burning yourself. Because I don't think it's good for you, and I think that you would be better off stopping. Yeah?
I'll try.
Try really hard then. Fucking hell!
William, are you alright?
Yeah. Fuck, I'm just a bit.
Just a bit what?
No, I can't think of the word.
The word for what, William?
For when you haven't had enough sleep.
Tired?
Yes! Tired! Just a bit tired.
You couldn't think of the word for tired?
So I've realised that it's not my fault, yeah? I've realised that it's not a question of genetics, it is a question of geography.
What is?
It's Stockport, isn't it? It's Manchester. You go to Arndale, don't you? You see all the kids there, yeah? They look like they could, just slice your stomach open, reach on inside and just pull your insides out, couldn't they? You walk into a room, yes? You walk into that room and everybody knows that you have, because they're waiting for you, with their arms and their legs and their hair that comes down in front of their eyes. And some of the things you told me were a lie, weren't they?
What things?
You know exactly what kind of
don't
things.
really.
There are things about you which are a lie. The way you tie your tie, for example, is a lie. You lie by the way that you tie your fucking tie.
This is exhausting me.
Yes, it is. Isn't it?
I'm going home.
No, please don't.
Why?
Because I'm scared of what I might do if you leave.
Yeah, we all get scared, William. Sometimes the world is a bit unnerving, sometimes people do stupid things, and you have to listen to this, William, most of the time people are alright. Come on, you need to get that into your head and stop moping about.
Moping? Is that what you think that I'm doing?
Most people are alright.
I'm not.
You know 99% of the people in this school, William, are perfectly good people. 99% of the people in this country, William, and nobody ever says this, but 99% of the other people in this country are doing a perfectly good job at the actual work of being alive. William, they'll survive happily. They'll end up doing jobs and having families and living lives which are perfectly good and happy and alright ones. That's not a bad thing, you know, William? What makes you think you're any different? What makes you think you're so special, William? You know, when I was 10, right?
What?
No, listen, because I'm trying to tell you this. When I was 10, I used to get these headaches. They were properly fierce and bring, tears to my eyes. I felt like the front of my head was being carved in to William. And I told my mum for 2 weeks. But after 2 weeks, I did, William. And she took me to the doctor. And the doctor said to, eat less sugar and drink more water and get more fresh air. And I did, William. And the headaches went away.
I'm not talking about headaches, Lily. This is more than a headache.
I'm saying you should tell someone.
Are you trying to inspire me right now with your tiny little story? Are you, Lily? You know what would really inspire me? Take your top off. Because that, Lily, that would really inspire me. Let me see your tits. That'd really cheer me up. Big time. Honestly, it would, Lily. Please.
Sorry that I didn't want to go out with you. I wanted to go out with Nicholas instead. I really love him. But I always thought you'd be my mate and William. I'd still like to, in spite of everything, because really I think you're not that well and I think you need some help. What?
Can I ask you something? When you have sex with him, with Nicholas, does it hurt? Please, Lily. Please tell me, because I would really like to know. Really? What's it like?
It's lovely.
Great. That's nice. That's brilliant. Personally, I don't like him. I think that he's a fraud, I think that he's a liar, and I think that he is made of lies and shit, but that is just my opinion.
He's not.
Don't you dare try and tell me that I'm not entitled to my own opinion, because I fucking well am!
Nicholas said that you were lying about your parents.
I was not lying.
He
I've
said
never
that your parents
lied. I've never
were still alive,
once
that you
even
had
lied.
a brother who died
No.
when he was little.
No.
Did you have a brother
Lies.
who died?
It's damn statistics.
Is it true
and
about
lies.
your brother?
No, it's
Like,
not
why
true.
did your
Shut up,
brother
shut
die,
up, shut
William?
Up. Shut up with that banging! Can you not hear that?
No, I can't.
Fucking hell! When this was an all-boys school, yeah, there was a boy who climbed up on the roof of the quad, just jumped off, maybe it's him, yeah, without practices in
What are
Cambridge.
you talking
Because
about?
we could go on march, yeah, us two, we'd sort them out.
Sort who
Look, when
out?
two people love each other as much as we do, yes, they can do anything.
I don't love you, William.
Maybe you do.
I don't. Would you turn the lights back on, please?
Sorry. Did you say something?
You're
I
starting.
don't blame you. by the way. I'm rubbish, me. I'm useless. I'm not worth the space that I take up. I'm not worth the paper that I'm written on. I've got no ideas. I've got no imagination. I've got no friends. I don't like my house. I don't like this school. I don't like my shoes. I really don't like my haircut. Can I have a haircut, please?
What?
Can you please give me a haircut? One that makes me look like less of a fucking spastic than this haircut makes me look. Please, Lily, I don't care. Just pull out a ruler or something, you know. Cut my hair.
With what?
I don't care. Just pull something out and cut it. Just please make it stop. Because you know it's funny, yeah. When I'm here with you.
Evelyn on your mug, William.
When I'm here with you, I feel grounded. Yes. No. Watch what happens. Watch what happens when I let go. Watching? Watch. Not watching. Watch. You see? Who are you?
What?
I have no idea who you even are. Can I tell you something?
What?
A word of advice, you know, a word to the warnings.
What?
Tomorrow,
What?
don't come into school.
Hey, babe. Ah, shit.
They've marked our exams.
What?
Yeah, I just saw Gugra's. She said she'll give us the results later.
Fuck. Yeah. She had a remarkable look on her face. It was like a combination of glee and fury. I know I royally fucked them all up.
Yeah.
Oh, my parents gotta go mental.
I know.
Ah, they're gonna bring out all the same old speeches about fees.
This is my mother.
Do you know how much we have to do to get the money to send you to this place? Do you know what we have to... Oh, do you know how much it costs every year?
It's not exactly my mother, but you get the idea. I don't actually know how much it costs every year. Do you?
Have you seen Lilly anywhere?
I haven't seen anybody all morning. Maybe they're all hiding. Maybe they know something we don't. Aren't you more worried about your results?
It's too late to change anything now.
That's very fucking mature of you, I must say.
Well, how are things going with you and Lily?
They're going alright, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is lovely though.
Yeah, she is.
You know, she's surprisingly smart. Now, I like her because she's rock hard, yeah? Rock hard. Oh. Did you hear about Tanya's dad coming to school?
Oh, yeah, Lilly mentioned she'd seen him, yeah.
Yeah, yesterday, around lunchtime, he came and spoke to Edwards. He had me here till 6:30 last night. Bastard. Oh, he was probably marking exams. Well, I was sitting there doing fucking lines.
Well, you shouldn't have spat at her.
No, I shouldn't have. Oh, I really wanted to. I just wanted to know what it felt like. Oh. Do you ever get like that?
I'm not sure.
Well, have you ever wanted to set fire to things?
Nothing serious, the occasional dustbin maybe.
Or have you ever wanted to blow stuff up?
Fuck yeah, who hasn't?
Have you ever wanted to kiss a boy?
No.
Never.
Nope.
Liar.
I'm not lying.
I wanted to kiss Tom York once.
Yeah?
And David Bowie?
I was so hungover this morning, I couldn't believe it.
Well, where were you last night?
I went out with my brother. He's back for Christmas.
Already?
Yeah.
Fucking students. Well, how is he?
He's good. Mum and Dad are happy to see him.
Well, how's Durham?
He loves it, I think.
Are you guys going away for Christmas or something?
I don't think so. Are you guys going anywhere?
Going to fucking Reykjavik, of all places. I don't know where the fuck that is.
I shouldn't have been drinking last night. I'm on painkillers for my ankle and I feel fucking shit now.
What did you do to your ankle?
I twisted it playing rugby.
When was this?
Last week.
You never told me about this. No. What can I see it? Fucking hell. That's all red, Nicky.
You should have seen it last week.
Jesus. Oh, you bastard.
It's alright, doesn't really hurt anymore.
Don't tell my mum, don't tell my mum, don't tell my mum, don't tell my mum,
Don't tell your mum what?
I just saw Anderson. I got a B for English.
Fucking hell.
I know.
A B's not bad.
Are you being serious?
A B's good. I think.
How can I stop her from finding out?
Don't tell her.
She's gonna get the report.
Burn it. Hide it.
Oh, Bennett, there's a report every turn. She knows there's gonna be a report. She's gonna wait for it.
Oh, but white out over it.
Oh, you're so helping. Good.
What's the matter with you?
I got my results.
Already?
Yeah.
Got a B.
Ouch. Have you ever got to be in anything before?
She's afraid her mother's going to kill her.
Yeah, she will.
If I fuck up,
You already have, sweetheart.
no, properly. If I properly fuck up, if I don't get the grades I need for my place in the summer, not in the mocks, in the real things, then I don't know what I'll do.
You won't.
Fuck up.
You're being silly. These are just mocks.
I'm never gonna leave Stockport. I'm never gonna get out of it. All the places that I wanted to go, and all the things that I wanted to do, and I'll never be able to do them, and I'm never gonna get out of here.
Yeah, you keep going on about that. This isn't about Stockport, Cissy. This is about you. You were made here. Stop trying to pretend you weren't. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. And I don't know what you're laughing at.
Jesus. Fucking hell.
You're supposed to be my boyfriend.
Come on.
You're supposed to stick up for me.
She was just being funny.
All you ever do is laugh at me.
Well, can you blame me?
What?
Someone so unbelievably clever. You are pretty fucking ridiculous. Chadwick, isn't Cissy being fucking ridiculous?
I don't think so. She always seems rather intelligent to me.
I'm not denying that. I'm not talking about her intelligence. William, answer me this. Why does everybody in this fucking school judge everybody else on their level of intelligence? Not by their wit, not by their appearance, not by their dress sense, not by the music that they listen to, but how many A's they get in their GCSE.
Are you still going
Come
on
on,
like
you know
that?
he's got a point.
You need to relax.
Cissy, relax.
Do
Relax.
not tell me to relax. I will not just no.
Cissy, relax. Just
Stop
stop.
telling me.
You're going.
No idea!
What?
Works then, doesn't it? Can't say I didn't warn you, because I did. I really fucking did, didn't I? Fucking warn you! William, don't, Cissy, fucking don't. Fucking get away from him!
William, people will come.
What?
Someone will have heard the gunshot, William. They'll be here any second.
What?
There's no one even coming. Listen, can you hear that? That's the sound of nobody coming.
Just put the gun down.
Don't be fucking ridiculous, Nicholas. You. Get the fuck up off the floor. Fucking listen. Fuck off! Fucking listen! You spat at Tanya, didn't you? What was it like, eh? Bennett, what was it like when you spat at Tanya? What was it like for you, Tanya? Yeah?
William, stop it!
I do it in Yes. Did your parents find out? Bennett, did your parents find out? Really? What did you even tell them?
I told them I had football practice.
He had football practice. That's fucking genius, that is. That's fucking brilliant. Don't you think? Can I ask you something, Bennett? You know that no other animal in the world polices its behaviour via a third person. Did you know that? Did I know what? If a monkey steals another monkey's nuts, he doesn't go and get another monkey to sort them out, does he? No. If another cat shits on another cat's tree, he doesn't go and get a big third scarier cat to sort that first cat out, does he? No! Only human beings do that. Yes? You spat at Tanya. She should be able to do whatever you want with you, even. You know, she can rape you or stab you, even. But what she did, she ran home and told her dad, it's pathetic! You should be able to do whatever the fuck you want with her now. You should be able to rape her, batter her, shoot her, even. Don't you think? Don't you think? Bennett? Everyone has been really fucking quiet today. What do you think, Nicholas? Don't you think that Bennett should be able to rape Tanya now?
No.
What?
I said no. That's horrible. That's a crazy
Don't
idea.
fucking say that!
We can't operate
Nicholas,
like...
stop!
We can't control...
Nicholas,
it.
don't!
For God's sake.
Look, Nicholas, she is fucking protecting you! I don't want to fucking talk about this anymore. Can you smell that? Smell that burning, isn't it? Does it smell that? Anybody else smell that, or is it just me? Hey, Nicholas. Watch this.
William!
You.
Me?
Yes, you said something.
No.
No, I heard you just now. You said something.
No.
Did anybody hear him say, I could have sworn you said something about burning?
I didn't,
Someone
William.
said something about something being on fire. Was it just me? All right, fine, it's just me then. Nicholas!
What?
You know when you're thinking.
Thinking.
Fuck off, Tanya! You know when you're thinking, yes, you have these like debates going on in your head. These jolly old good debates, and like there's these two voices going on, yeah? There's like one telling you that's the right thing to do, one that's telling you it's the wrong thing to do. Do you get that? Do you get that, Nicholas?
I think so, William.
Great, because you know when that happens to me, sometimes it sounds like the voices, yeah? It sounds like they're coming from over there. Sometimes it sounds like they're coming from over there. Sometimes even it sounds like they're coming from over there. Sorry. Made it sound like as it was coming from Chadwick. Didn't mean that. I did not mean that, Chaddos. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Don't be.
I am, though, and I will be, because, you know, you can't choose these sorts of things, can you? Shh! Hear that? Someone's coming. Oh! No, they're not. Fucker! Shit, he got away! Did you hear about Lilly?
What about her?
She's dead.
Dead.
Well, not literally. She's just been in trouble, yes?
What?
she did something.
What?
Something really bad.
What did she do?
You're crying. Are you crying?
Yeah.
Oh no, please, 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 don't cry.
No!
Don't cry! No, don't cry!
No!
Don't cry! Give me your hands, give me your hands, give me your hands. Dear God! Are you there? Dear God! Please. That's what I'm using it. Please. Dear God, please look after little baby Alistair and Mum and Dad and sorry. Not it really hard to keep a straight face.
No.
Sorry. Really need to have a piss right now. Tanya, if I just pissed in my pants just right now, right here on the floor, would you tell anybody? Are you sure it would be alright? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Oh, fuck the relief.
Would you like to rest?
No.
You can do.
I'm alright, thank you. Like this kind of test. It's funny, you know. Have you done it? Have you made it? Did you make up these questions?
With a colleague.
How many are there in total?
1,800.
Great. It's kind of like a comprehension test a bit, isn't it? Like a comprehension test on your brain. Do you feel confident in clothes shops? Do you feel confident in music shops? Do you feel confident in cafes? Do you feel confident in libraries? Definitely. Do you feel confident in supermarkets? Do you feel confident in football matches? No, I don't. Do you feel confident in school classrooms? Yeah. Do you feel confident in furniture shops? Do you feel confident in licensed adult shops? Is that sex shops?
That's right.
Right, okay. Do you feel confident in greengrocers? Do you feel confident in news agents? Do you feel confident in playgrounds? Do you feel confident in estate agents? What is it? Talented? No. Misunderstood? Yes. Confident? Smart? Yeah. Kind? Interested? No. Likeable? Think so. Trustworthy? No. Couldn't have a cigarette, could I?
I'm afraid not.
Not just a cheeky one? No, you smile, but I am being serious. I'm getting tired now. You shouldn't have put the idea in my head. It's the Tropriodon, yes? It's the Holoprodon. Is it Christmas yet?
Tomorrow.
It's Christmas Eve.
That's right.
Do you know who I am?
Sorry?
I never know with you lot if they tell you who I am before we meet or if they try and keep it neutral.
I'm not sure if I know what you mean.
Do you know what I did? Oh! That means you did. Don't you? You know what I did. What's your name?
Harvey. Dr. Harvey.
What's your first name? It's not Harvey as well, is it? Harvey, Dr. Harvey.
No, my first name's Rosalind.
Oh. Happy Christmas, Rosalind.
Happy Christmas.
Oh, just. When you found out that you were going to meet me, did you get a bit excited?
Excited?
Well, it's always exciting meeting celebrities, isn't it?
I've been doing this job long enough to know that you can't always predict what a patient is going to be like or how they're going to behave, regardless of how much of their record you've had access to.
Or what you've read in the newspapers?
Oh, I honestly don't read the newspapers.
But you know who I am, don't you? Wait, you know what I did? Do you know what I did? Rosalind, do you know what I did?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Does it make you nervous being in here with me?
No.
Have you got a panic button?
Yes, I do.
Is it under your desk? Have you got any children?
I have a daughter.
How old is she?
She's 17.
Oh, that is my age. Does it make you sick what I did? Sorry, does it make you sick what I did?
No.
You're lying. I can tell by the way you just looked to the left just then. Yes. See, when people look to the right, they're thinking, but when they look to the left, they're lying.
Yes.
You might want to write that down. Sorry, could I have a glass of water, please?
Certainly.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll just wait here then, shall I? Vicky, what are you doing here? What, are you hurt? Are you dead? I didn't do that, did I? Was it me?
Sorry. The cooler was empty. I had to go up to the second floor.
Thank you.
I got you these. Here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right. That is lovely. Thank you. You know, the main question that people keep asking me is why did I do it? Why do people keep asking me that?
I think people are concerned about you.
Why did you do it, William? What did you do this for? Why did you do it? Why? William, why? Why? I keep asking. Boring question. That's a stupid question. No, mad. That's a pointless question. You don't need to know that. Next question, please. Next question, please. Next question, please. Next question, please. Join the table. Oops. Was it because of my mum? No. Was it because of my dad? No. Was it because of Alistair? No, of course it was not because of Alistair. Was it because of my school? No. Was it because of my teachers? Was it because of Lilly? No. Was it fucking because of Lilly? Fucking no. Was it because of the books that I was reading? No. Was it because of the music that I was listening to? No. Was it because of the movies that I was watching? No. Was it because of what I saw on the internet? No, it fucking wasn't because of what I saw on the internet. I did it because I could. I did it because it felt fucking great. When you went to go and get that water, you were watching me, weren't you? There's no need to answer that. There was a bullet left in the gun. Did you hear about this? I had the gun pointed up against my chin and I was going to shoot myself, but I didn't. Tanya was there. She could tell you about that. How is she, by the way, Tanya?
She's recovering. She and Chadwick and me both hope to go back to school at the start of next term.
I need to do a piss, in my pants, so I just did one. I just did one in my pants there in the classroom, and I thought if I died, I'd never feel that kind of relief.
That's caused by the release of endorphins in the bloodstream. There are hormones called endorphins which are released when we urinate. They allow us to feel that sense of euphoria.
Will you be coming back after today?
We don't know yet. I have to complete my report by the end of next week.
What are you going to write in it?
Not quite sure yet.
Is that a lie? Bet that's a lie, but you won't be able to even tell me when you fucking know.
I'm sure eventually you'll be able to see it.
And that's on somebody else. They always send somebody else.
That hasn't been decided.
It needn't be like this,
What?
The way that I feel, because there's some people, there's people that tolerate you. There are some people that tolerate other people. You know what I mean? Like they take the piss out of themselves. They just work really hard. Yes, and you can see some of them. You see them all the time, like in Year 7. You see them, and Riley, they're all right. Yes, my dad, he's lived in Stockport all of his life. You can walk from house to house to house to all of the houses that he's lived in. It takes about an hour. I've done it before. Dad said that he was going to come and see me, but I'm not entirely sure that he'll know where to go. I stole £2 from my mum's purse when I was about 8. I didn't even spend it. I just wanted to know what it felt like, yes. And I watched porno, loads and loads and loads of it, like on my computer when there's nobody home. You can find it on the internet, for free. There's loads of it. My favourite is when it's with lesbians. Write that down. Lesbians. I didn't do my homework all the time. I copied it from the internet, from these websites that you can go to. I've smoked lots of things, and I've drunk alcohol, and I inhale whiteout occasionally. I just want to get a job, do something worthwhile. Something. Don't you think I should do that?
In time?
No, not in time, like now, because I know that something's going on. Yeah, I'm not stupid. I'm not an idiot. I know that there's something going on in here. It's just I want to be an architect. I want to build buildings as high as I can make them go, and I want to get a house and some children, and just be normal. Go to the hospital one day and get my head sorted out. Small house, nice job, children, not spend too much money.